On Christmas morning I got a message from my mom. We sold your car, laptop and iPhone. Your sister needs the money for med school. Be thankful we left your furniture. Then she added, also sign the loan papers. $18,000. We need it by Monday. I replied, not happening. She texted back, then pack your things. You're done here. So I left before dinner. The next day they found the letter I had left on the kitchen table. Now my sister is stressed, mom is shocked, and dad is calling every number he can think of. That text from mom came exactly at 8:02 a.m. on Christmas Day. It started with, Merry Christmas. I was still half asleep when the next part hit me hard. We sold your car, laptop and iPhone. Your sister needs to study in med school. My hands shook as I read it. I thought it was a joke, so I read it again and again. It wasn't. Then came another message. Also, sign the loan form, $18,000 by Monday. No explanation. Just a cold demand. Like it was totally normal to take away everything I owned and expect me to agree. I didn't answer right away. I just sat on the edge of my bed, the only thing they hadn't taken, and stared at the empty spot where my laptop used to be. The charger was still in the wall, mocking me. Finally, I replied, not happening. 5 seconds later she wrote back, then pack your stuff. You're done here. No call. No emotion. Just a text like I was being kicked out of a job I never signed up for. So I left. Not crying. Not rushing. Just calm and clear. I didn't even stay for dinner. By 2 p.m. my bag was packed. My room was empty. I walked out just like they walked out of my life, cold and distant. The door closed behind me like the end of a sentence. They didn't know I'd left a letter. I didn't tape it anywhere or send a message. I just folded it and placed it between the salt and pepper shakers. The next morning my phone wouldn't stop buzzing. Dad had called. My sister sent panicked texts. What did you write? Why no. I have exams. Then finally mom sent one too. Call me now. Your father is furious. But I didn't answer. They made their choice. Now they were dealing with the results. And the letter? It wasn't even the full story. It was just a warning. I used to think staying quiet was wise. That being helpful was the right thing. That if my family crossed a line it was my fault for not setting it. But I've learned, they don't believe in boundaries. They believe in guilt, in control, in making you feel like you owe them. After Christmas I crashed on a friend's couch, still trying to understand what had just happened. My phone, laptop and car, gone. Not stolen by strangers but taken and sold by my own family. The worst part, no one said sorry. No one even acted like they did something wrong. They just expected me to give in and come back like nothing happened. But I didn't. I remembered everything. I remembered paying for our internet while eating cheap noodles in college. I remembered giving my old MacBook to my sister so she could study, only for her to call it junk, and post a selfie a week later with a new iPad. I remembered sending my mom $1,500 for her teeth, then seeing her post photos showing off new gold earrings. I remembered helping my dad pay off his credit card debt, then hearing how he bragged to others about doing it all on his own. I wasn't family. I was just the one they used for money. And somehow I let it go on for 6 years. But after I said no to signing that $18,000 loan, things changed fast. My mom blocked me. My sister posted on Instagram. My aunt wrote in the group chat, he's too sensitive. Always overreacts. I didn't reply. I just took screenshots. Then I checked my bank account. $620 gone. It was taken through a family Apple subscription I set up years ago. Turns out they didn't sell my iPhone. They wiped it, logged in again and gave it to my cousin Leo. He posted a mirror selfie using it with the caption, New Year, new tools. #blessed. They didn't just sell my stuff, they handed it off to someone they liked better. Then it happened. A mistake. My sister accidentally sent a voice message in the family group chat. It was meant for someone else but it landed right where I could hear it. Tell Noah to bring the papers. I'll sign for Alex. He doesn't read anything. His password's still the same. He's too trusting. He deleted it but too late. I saved it, voice_01.wave. That was my first real proof. I didn't react. I just sat there, jaw tight, heart calm. This wasn't just money anymore. It was fraud and betrayal. Later that night, Emma, my oldest friend, texted me. She sent a screenshot of my sister talking to a friend. Alex is dumb. He'll send more money if mom cries a little. He still thinks I'm in med school. I just want to leave the country using his money. He's an ATM with Wi-Fi. Emma added, I didn't want to be part of this, but you need to know who she really is. And I've always cared. You deserve better. I stared at her words for a long time. Then I replied, you gave me more than they ever did. But there was more. Noah, my best friend, the one I had been staying with, left his laptop open while he went to get food. I wasn't snooping. I just opened a new tab. But the chat window was still open. It was my sister messaging him. He suspects nothing. Once he signs, we're done. You'll still get your 30%. He's lucky we left him the furniture. Noah replied. He won't even see it coming. I didn't freak out. I didn't shout. I opened a new folder on my laptop. Case Family Fraud Witness. Then I set up a hidden camera in the room. Turned on a voice recorder. And waited. That night Noah came back, grabbed his phone and made a call. Yeah, he's here. All calm. He still thinks I'm on his side. Tomorrow we'll sneak the papers in like it's nothing. He always signs. I sat quietly on the bed recording everything. I wasn't angry or sad. I was just done. I didn't sleep. I organized every screenshot, message, voice memo and bank record. I made 3 backup copies. One on a hard drive, one online and one ready to hand over. Then I opened a blank document and typed one sentence. You wanted a doctor in the family. You got a surgeon. This wasn't about revenge anymore. This was surgery, cutting them out for good. On Friday night my mom texted. It's my birthday tomorrow. Just a quiet dinner. Come. Your sister wants to talk. It sounded like peace. But I knew it was a trap. I waited. Then replied, yes. This time I didn't come empty-handed. I brought a flash drive. I brought papers. I brought a lawyer. And I brought silence colder than any revenge. Saturday evening. Their house. A long table, 2 perfect napkins. Mom smiled like nothing had happened. Dad ate his salad like it annoyed him. My sister played with her phone. Noah sat still, fake. We've all made mistakes, Mom said. But we're family. Let's just move on. My sister muttered. He can't prove anything anyway. I pulled out the flash drive, placed it on the table and said nothing. Then I pressed play. My sister's voice echoed through the room. Tell Noah to bring the papers. I'll sign for Alex. He doesn't read anything. His password's still the same. He's such a fool. Silence. I laid out screenshots, DMs, messages, sale listings of my car. Then I played Noah's voice. We'll slide the papers in tomorrow. He'll sign. He always does. Mom started shaking. Dad tapped the table like it owed him. Noah stood up and walked out. I didn't move. He thought I'd stay quiet. He thought I'd take it. Not anymore. But not this time. I looked toward the hallway. A man in a suit walked in holding a folder. This is Mr. Rand from Varco and White, someone said. He has something to share. Mr. Rand adjusted his glasses. His voice was calm and cold. A loan for $18,000 was taken out in Alex's name 2 weeks ago. The signature was fake. We have proof, audio recordings, digital evidence, and handwriting analysis. This is fraud. If it happens again, we will press charges. My dad stood up and shouted, What did you do? You called lawyers on your own family. You just want revenge, my sister snapped. I only wanted to study, my mom yelled, pointing at Emma. This is her fault. But I stayed calm. I didn't yell. I pulled out a set of keys and dropped them on the table. I'm done paying to keep your secrets. I'm done with this house. Maybe I never really belonged. Then I showed them a photo of a legal document. A signed paper saying I gave up all rights to inheritance, family property, and responsibilities. Emma stepped forward. We left together. No one tried to stop us. Outside, the night air felt fresh. I took a deep breath like it was my first in years. Emma asked, What now? Now, I said, they face the truth. Alone. For the first time I smiled, for real. I didn't post about it online. No drama, no hashtags. I didn't burn bridges. I erased the entire map. That night I shut off my phone and put it in a drawer. Not powered off, just gone. The next morning I bought a new SIM card in a new state. New number. No contacts. No backup. By noon I had left every group chat, closed every account with their names on it. I was gone. 3 days later I stood at a train station with a duffel bag, a hard drive, and Emma holding a cup of cheap gas station coffee. She didn't ask questions. He never had. We took a train south, to a town where no one knew our names or past. While I unpacked, my lawyer got to work. His name was Yasik. He spoke calmly like someone you didn't want to test. We took 3 steps. Step 1. File a lawsuit against my sister and dad for fraud. We had everything: screenshots, voice messages, dates and proof. Step 2. Cut every legal tie to my family. No more emergency contacts, no more access to my health, taxes or bank accounts. Step 3. Start fresh. New tax ID, new bank, new address, new identity. A clean break. They used my name. Now my name meant nothing to them. A week later, Yasik forwarded me an email. Subject: attempted contact, mother. It said, "We just want to know our son is okay. We're worried." Yasik replied coldly, "There are no legal grounds for this request. My client has chosen full separation. Do not contact him again." I didn't smile. I just turned off the screen. They tried calling Noah. He said nothing. They messaged Emma. He blocked them all. I was gone. And that hurt them more than anything. Then came the twist. Yasik called at 6:41 p.m. "We found something," he said. "This wasn't the first forgery." "What do you mean?" I asked. 3 years ago, someone filed a $6,500 emergency insurance loan using your name. It looked real until we saw the signatures. He sent me the file. My stomach dropped. It was my dad's real signature. And underneath it, my mom's. They'd been lying to me long before I ever noticed. I didn't joke. I didn't send emojis. I typed 3 words. Buy the apartment. Turns out the apartment they lived in, the one they called the family home, was partly owned by my grandmother. Her share was up for sale. We bought it. Quietly. Wiggly. Through someone else. 2 weeks later they got a letter. "This property has new ownership. You have 30 days to leave." No name. Just a seal and logo. I never drove by. Never watched them pack. I didn't need to see their faces when they realized I, the quiet one, had taken the ground out from under them. Meanwhile, Emma and I built a small studio near the coast. Freelance work. Coding. Coffee. No noise. When people asked what we did, I said, solutions. No one knew our past. I liked it that way. Our front door had no sign, just a small piece of glass with one sentence etched into it. "We don't fix families." That was enough. The final twist. 6 months later, my mother went to therapy, something she never would have done before. On the table was a stack of books. One had a black and white cover. He picked it up. Title: The Quiet Exit. Author: A. Wyatt. She opened it, flipped through the pages and froze. He recognized the words. The names were different. The city had changed. But the voice. It was clearly mine. Every chapter was a piece of my pain, no longer sitting on my shoulders. Now printed in black and white forever. She closed the book slowly. "He told the truth," she whispered. But no one was listening. And that was the point. It's been almost a year. Long enough for the noise to fade, long enough for them to stop acting like I'd just gone quiet for a bit, long enough for me to rebuild everything without them in it. They used to send messages through other people. Now they don't even know who my people are. They used to call from hidden numbers. Now I don't answer calls at all. Silence doesn't mean nothing's happening. It means I'm in control now. My new life doesn't begin with sunshine. It starts with peace. No surprise calls, no guilt-filled texts, no one asking for just one more favor. Emma and I live in an apartment with windows that don't face the street. You can't see inside unless we open the blinds, and we rarely do. There's no doorbell. Clients contact us through secure channels. My name on the buzzer isn't even mine. Just a number that only 3 people know. Sometimes I stand in the kitchen and listen to the quiet. And I remind myself, this is what I built from the mess. Not revenge. Not payback. Just peace. I stopped waiting for an apology in month 2. I stopped wondering what they were saying about me by month 3. By month 6, I didn't just forget their faces. I forgot how their voices made me feel. Now when I see someone posting about family drama, I scroll past it like an ad for something I'll never buy again. Because I already paid full price. For years, for silence, for losing myself. And I'm done paying. Once at a team meeting someone said, every brand has a backstory. I said, mine's under NDA. And I burned the only copy. They laughed. I didn't. I don't go by Alex anymore. Even Emma calls me Wyatt now, not because I told her to, but because that's who I chose to be. Alex was just a name. Wyatt is who I became. Wyatt doesn't reply to, "Hey, it's been a while" texts. Wyatt doesn't answer when the past calls. Wyatt moves forward. Because everything behind him burned. Then Leo showed up, good coder, sharp mind. He joined mid-project. We didn't talk much at first. One late night he mentioned a city. I kept my voice calm. Yeah, my cousin still lives there. Real piece of work. She used to say her brother ruined her life, that he stole her future. But from what I saw, she was the one holding the knife. Leo sipped his drink and said, maybe he just stopped paying for her lies. I stared at the screen. Or maybe he just took his life back. Leo looked at me. If he did, good for him. After that call, I went running through the rain. No hood. No umbrella. Just me, the night, and the freedom to move without being followed. No one was tracking me. No one was waiting for me. No one even knew where I lived. And that's freedom. Not needing to be found. One night, Emma asked, "Do you think they'll ever try again?" I shook my head. They don't know who I am now. And even if they did, it's too late. I didn't disappear so they'd miss me. I disappeared so they could never reach me again. Not even with guilt. Especially not with guilt. People say, family is forever. They're wrong. Family is the people who respect your boundaries. Mine didn't. So I left. And when I left, I didn't just walk out. I sealed the door behind me. Sometimes people ask, do you miss them? No. I miss the version of me who didn't have to survive them. But that version didn't make it. I did. I'm not healing. I'm not forgiving. I'm not waiting. I'm building. And what I'm building, they will never see, never touch, never take credit for. That's real closure. Not a goodbye. A firewall. And it holds.